While authoritarianism may be the most feared word in politics, fear is the most authoritarian. Consider as evidence of the extent to which fear drives political realities in America today that according to polling data, most members of the Democratic Party and most members of the Republican Party believe that foreign trade, completely free speech, and increased legal immigration are actually bad for us. What we apparently want on both sides of the aisle are stable Social Security benefits along with higher taxes, interventionist industrial policy to create jobs, socialization of the cost of higher education, and increased minimum wage. In a democracy, authoritarianism comes from the assumption of power by politicians granted authority by a fearful electorate craving protection. When this fear becomes high enough, citizens are willing to compromise their own democratic autonomy to be protected. Increasingly, we are a society segregated politically by our news sources. The vast majority of Americans with an interest in politics gets its news from media with no commitment whatsoever to airing both sides of any particular issue. Americans no longer share a common understanding of problems or even a common set of facts. Both parties claim the other side is wed to identity politics, including racism. Neither side can any longer comprehend the other side's ambitions as fundamentally patriotic. Consequently, our ignorance has spread to our understanding of our fellow Americans. Americans now fear other Americans of the other party coming to power. Each party's objective is not the advancement of the policies that it favors, but keeping the other side out of power. Fewer and fewer Americans are comfortable with the democratic notion that parties must take turns ruling and being ruled. As each party has lost respect for the political process, so too has each party become unmoored to the Constitution itself. Consider that each party has supported steps to subvert the intention of the Constitution in order to control the composition of the Supreme Court. Has, after its most recent presidential campaign loss, openly expressed frustration with the Constitution and labeled the winner an illegitimate president, and has laid the groundwork for claiming that its future political losses will have been the result of illegitimate elections. The forces causing the Republican and Democratic parties' drift toward authoritarianism, if not interrupted, will continue to drive them farther and farther from the Constitution. Consequently, the philosophy of the Libertarian Party has never been so important. We must interrupt those forces by offering the American people an alternative path to the future. We must provide an alternative to the political system in place today that fosters authoritarianism as a result of Americans' mutual fear of each other, and show America that what we actually have to fear is loss of our autonomy, loss of our classically liberal, pluralistically democratic, decentralized republic.